Hello and welcome back to Overbooked. I'm Amanda and today I'm going to be reviewing the book The Giver of Stars by Jojo Moyes. So I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was really great. It's a historical fiction book, so obviously I really enjoyed that aspect of it. I have some things that I didn't really super like, but we'll get into that later. One thing that I would like to mention is when I was looking at the reviews on Goodreads for this book, I noticed that there was some controversy around it and I had no idea that this was happening with it. But apparently the author, Jojo Moyes, took, and I don't know if I'm saying her last name right, questionable. She took information from, well, she supposedly took information from another book that has the very similar plot line, and it's called The Bookwomen of something Creek. I want to say Troublesome Creek. I'm not quite sure. A lot of characteristics of the characters in the book are the same, and there's like some plot similarities. So a lot of weird things with that. I haven't read that book, so I have no idea. But if you guys have read both, or if you've read either one, let me know what your thoughts are below because I'd be interested in knowing. I would like to read the Bookwoman book, so maybe after I read that, I'll see if I can compare the two. But let's dive in otherwise. The Giver of Stars takes place in rural Kentucky and focuses around the WPA program called the Pack Horse Library. And it's this group of like 5 women who deliver books on horseback to people in rural Kentucky. And so they deliver the books, they pick them up and return them, and have this like library going on. And apparently this was a real program, and this really did happen in Kentucky. And it was something that was started by Eleanor Roosevelt and carried on. So that was really cool to find out. That's why I really love historical fiction. You find out these little tidbits of information from history that you wouldn't have otherwise found out, and it's presented to you in a fun story and gets you interested in the historical context. So now I feel like I would love to do some further research on the real stuff, and historical fiction is awesome. Throughout the book, we follow these women on horseback, delivering these books, changing people's lives, and also facing a lot of controversy by doing so as well. There's a lot of people in the town that think that delivering books is nonsense, that it's giving a lot of people a lot of bad ideas, and it's ungodly, and these women are sinners, and yada, yada, yada. So throughout the book, we see them deal with that controversy, see them just go throughout their lives, their struggles, their love, and it's just really great. The book really centers around 2 main characters, the first being Alice. So she's a woman who is originally from England, and she marries a man from Kentucky, and she comes and she thinks that this married life is going to be an escape from her life in England, which she was pretty much stuck in her parents' house all day and wasn't allowed to go anywhere. But it really didn't change much. Her husband isn't super interested in her when they move here, and she lives in the same house as her father-in-law, who is this very angry man, and he is the owner of the local mine that's very dangerous, and he practices a lot of dirty like stuff there, like it's not very ethical, and he is essentially like the bad guy of the book. Like he is set and determined to destroy, like, in this library. So the library offers Alice a solace, and it gets her out of the house, it gives her something to do, and gives her a purpose and something to look forward to. So that's really cool. You're gonna see Alice kind of like transform throughout the entire book, and there's a lot of character development with her, and it's really awesome to read. And the other main character is Marjorie, and she is a local of the area and kind of like the bad girl of the group and the rebel. She's independent, she refuses to get married, and she doesn't want anybody telling her how to live her life or what to do. And she's kind of taking control of this library. Her character development is also awesome to see. Just like seeing her get more like control and kind of finding down her points, and it was just really cool. There's a lot of other characters in this book, but you don't really get to see their perspectives. You only get to really see like 3 people's perspectives, and that's Alice, Marjorie, and then you also see Alice's father-in-law's perspective at some points too. Like I said, it was a really great book to read. There were some things that I didn't really like about it. I felt like there was a lot going on. Like I just felt like there was a lot of things that came up and a lot of like drama stuff that happened. Like my favorite parts of the book were just like them having like companionship at the library or going out and traveling and dropping off the books and interacting with everybody from the community of this rural area. The drama stuff was like interesting, but it wasn't like what I was there for. And there was a lot of like just random drama I felt like going on. At some points I didn't know if a lot of it added to the story. Like there was some drama points that did, but others that I was just like, I don't know if this was necessary. To that point, there was some points where the drama just kind of like carried on a lot. There was this point in the book where there's this stuff going on at the end, and this is very vague, but I don't want to give anything away. And I just felt like this scene or like plot line that was being like carried out was like really dragged out. Like I was like, oh my God, like when are we gonna get done with this? And then it's just like the end of the book. And I don't know, it was just like I wish there was kind of like less of that and more of like, you know, focusing more back to the character development, more to like their companionship with each other instead of all this like random feuding and drama stuff I didn't really think was necessary. Other than those two things, I really enjoyed this book, like I said, and if you guys haven't read it, I think it's a really great historical fiction book to read. And I heard there's like a movie deal or something, so if you guys know about that, let me know. Maybe I'll do some research on that as well. I think it'd be a really good movie to watch. I'm sure Reese Witherspoon is on it because this is a Reese Witherspoon pick, so you know it's gonna be good. So that was a very short, brief book review on The Giver of Stars. Like I said, super enjoyed it. And in the comments below, let me know if you've read it yet or if you're planning on reading it. If you have, what were your thoughts and what's not. So make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time.